guys, welcome back to the TIFC YouTube channel. I'm Coach Indy. On today's Predicting Player Future Moves segment, we'll be talking about a player who's a very cultured, easy in the eye player, gets goals, gets an assist, and he's actually played at the lower levels as well in terms of League One, Championship, and then made his way eventually into the Premier League, and now is a very established player in the Premier League and on the verge of sort of getting regular call-ups to his national team. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It does help the channel grow a little bit further. We're obviously hitting a number of 10k this year, 2021. Please help the channel grow. Tell a friend as well. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into it. So today, we're talking about a man who does this.
So today we're talking about Leicester City's James Maddison. So he's been at the club for a couple of seasons now, done really well. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail as the episode goes on. But his previous clubs, he was at Coventry, he's a Coventry lad. On the back of that, he signed for Norwich, didn't really establish himself initially. He actually went on loan to Aberdeen, did quite well there, went back to Norwich, and that's where he sort of really kicked the kick on and then got the move to Leicester City on the back of that. So James Maddison is predominantly a number 10 or a CAM as some people like to call it. He has played in a couple of different positions, especially under Brendan Rodgers. I remember when he first came in, Rodgers that is, he played as an inverted winger, so allowing sort of Ben Chilwell to sort of attack on the left hand side. And then as his time sort of continued, he played as a double 8 alongside Yuri Tielemans as well. However, I do think he is best suited as a number 10. Moving on to some of James Maddison's attributes then. For me, he's one of the best players in the league that can really manipulate the ball in any direction, predominantly with his right foot. He can use his left foot, obviously, as well, but he does just know how to manipulate the ball. His awareness in tight spaces is fantastic. So that's absolutely crucial to know where you're going to play your next action and where the space is or where your teammates are. Touch on his passing there, brilliant. As a number 10, it has to be quite clever and quite cute and quite penetrative. I think his intelligence is something that's underrated as well. You've got to be quite a smart player to play as a number 10. I touched on his awareness and spatial awareness there in particular. And then also his dead ball delivery. He's known to score free kicks. He's very good at sort of corners as well. I think we did see in the VT earlier, he did score a free kick as well. So lots of good qualities as a footballer. So Madders is 24 years old. He's a bit older than some of the players we've had on previously. Now that can work in his advantage as well because he's got a bit more experience and a bit more development in his game. He's also English as well, which we'll touch on a little bit later on in terms of his appearances for England. So Leicester City signed James Maddison for around £20 million from Norwich City, I think 3 seasons ago, on the back of Norwich getting relegated. I would say his current market value is around 60 million now. Generally speaking, attacking players are valued more just because goals and assists and flair and creativity seems to be regarded as a higher quality compared to, say, emergency defending or heading the ball defensively or clearing the ball. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's just the way it is. As obviously English, he's made one appearance for the national team. Sometimes he's sort of missed out on previous international breaks through injury. No doubt that will increase as time goes on. Right, let's talk about my prediction for James Maddison. Time recording is January 2021. I've done a lot of these recordings in January, guys, so there's going to be a bit of a theme going on here. In terms of the move date and the valuation I've got for him, I think he's going to move in the summer of 2022 for around £90 million. So that's sort of like 18 months away. So there's obviously a pandemic going on right now. So that could play a part in terms of players or clubs, should I say, wanting to take a chance on him. Maybe this summer of 2021. So I think it might happen a year later. The reason why the valuation is so high, again, because he's an attacking player, goals and assists are valued that much higher. On top of that, he would have played more seasons. I'm pretty sure if there's more seasons in the Premier League in terms of having a higher reputation and expectation of him delivering. On top of that, I'm sure Leicester will qualify for European football regularly as well. And finally, I think he would have made more appearances, I'm sure of it, unless barring injuries. He would have played more games for England as well. So therefore, valuation will go up, more recognition obviously in the international stage as well. So that is my prediction for James Maddison.
There you have it. It is Leicester City and England midfielder, attacking midfielder, James Maddison. Now, for me, he is a class player. Like I touched on earlier, it's very easy on the eye. For me, he's very similar to Bruno Fernandes. He plays in that little pocket there, looks to try and hurt the opposition at every opportunity. So for me, he's definitely got the ability to play at a higher level and eventually, obviously, break his way regularly into the England national team. Guys, do you agree with my valuation? I'm really intrigued about this one actually, because this player was mooted to join Manchester United before Bruno joined Manchester United, so there is similarities there. Can he still make that move to a bigger club, i.e. Liverpool, Man City, even Man United as well? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so and click that notification bell. We'll see everyone next time.